So we get a chance to explore mantras in a call and response form. Here, Tara will sing. You're going to hear her angelic voice. And when she leads one of the mantras, we all then call it back. And it creates this really cool rhythm. And we'll kind of just play with that energy and see where it goes. Sounds good? We're not going to let anybody fall in the deep end of the pool. We'll come around and hand out little floaties like we have. What I thought I'd do to start, though, is to do a little guided meditation and set a little intention for the next little bit. So, however we're sitting, let's try to sit up just a little more straight. So, whatever posture we are, just a little more straight. If it's comfortable, we can have our palms on our knees facing upwards. And just slowly close your eyes. Let's just take 20 to 30 seconds and just focus on the breath coming in and out of your lungs and being grateful for that. Now we're going to do a little visualization. With your eyes still closed, let's picture ourselves going on a journey. And what is the imagery we're going to call upon? Imagine yourself walking through a deep and dense forest, thick with foliage. No real path that's been walked before. And you're carving your way through, trying to find this safe, sacred space that you're seeking. As you cut your way through and try to form a path, it feels like perhaps there is no goal. But then you reach an oasis, a beautiful still pond, with water that barely has a ripple. In the center of that pond is a lotus flower. This lotus flower is your heart space. The journey that we're on is traveling into that heart space. When you see your lotus flower, you have a moment to kind of consider, what kind of energies do I encounter? If your heart was represented by this lotus flower, the challenging, the negative, the obstructive energies that we face in our lives, and I'm talking practical things. Perhaps it's our relationships, perhaps it's things from our past, perhaps it's just people at work. This forces that lotus flower to want to shut. And then when we're in positive and healing and nurturing spaces, that lotus flower coaxes open, one petal at a time. And so as you sit, perhaps waist deep in this water, observing this lotus flower in this pond, which represents your heart, let's make a little intention that for the next hour and change, we're just going to try to lovingly open this lotus flower in the heart space. We're going to use mantras and music. Mantras and music to create that safe, sacred space to allow the heart to open. To help make this intention count, we'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's try it together actually. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Breathe out. Again, deep cleansing breath in. And breathe out. Last time, deep breath in. And breathe out. This is your chance to make an intention. While this experience may seem foreign and different, we're just going to try to dive right in. Taste the pudding, as they say. The proof is in the pudding. So make a little intention for the next little bit. That let me see what happens to my lotus flower of the heart as I go through this meditational practice of kirtan. Just take 10 seconds and make that little intention for yourself. With this intention in your mind now, one point of focus can be that this very heart space is where our true self resides. And it's a place that is sheltered from anything that can be thrown at you. It is described in the ancient yoga texts in Sanskrit as our Atma, our soul. And what is the quality? What are the qualities of the soul? Sat Chitananda, full of truth, full of knowledge, and full of bliss, Ananda. That no matter what the world tells you they think you need to be happy and peaceful, actually the natural qualities of the soul, of the heart, that is what exists. Truth, knowledge, and bliss. Presiding next to the Atma, Param Atma, the presence of the divine. Seated in the heart like a witness, almost like 2 birds in the tree. This is the source of energy we're going to tap into today. That soul space, that heart space. And bring your hands to the heart in the pranam pose. Let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. And breathe out. As you slowly open your eyes, let's rub our hands together just to get some tactile sensation back. Bring ourselves back to this physical space from the metaphysical of your travel. And because we're going to go on this journey together, let's welcome each other with a very warm namaste. Okay, we'll go into the first chant. Before we do that, we always start off with an invocation mantra. This invocation mantra is a call to the lineage of great teachers that passed along these ancient practices. We didn't just come up with this or come up with it in the basement of our house. Rather, this has been passed along, knowledge that comes from one heart to another. And so the mood behind this mantra is one of gratitude. A nice meditation as Tara chants this opening invocation is just take a moment and reflect upon who in your life has nudged you along in a positive fashion. Who are the people, perhaps family or friends or loved ones, or teachers, because that's the meaning behind this specific mantra, is a call to our teachers. Teachers who have helped us on our path. And so you can have your eyes open or closed as we do this first mantra as an invocation. Yeah, great idea. We'll do that together. We'll recite Om. We'll follow Tara's lead.
Just the end.
The little ant? The little ant has joined up here. It's okay. I don't think he's bothering you.
He's curious.
Yeah.
He's listening to you.
He's listening to the vibration. Okay, so we'll recite Om together. This is a good time to get comfortable with your own vocal cords. In kirtans, inevitably, someone might feel a little bit shy about your own voice, and that's totally normal. So there's a little secret we tell everyone to do, is to just close your eyes, and the world disappears, and it's just you in the room. That's a little trick. But understand that as we use our vocal cords as our voice in these mantras, musical mantras, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, just try your best. But the collective voices of others will lift you up during those challenging times, and inevitably you'll do the same for others. But for now, we'll do a little reflection with Om and then an invocation mantra.
Do it all together.
Means that you like your guns. What about you? Now we're not going to do the middle chant, but we'll start off with the first mantra. So as mentioned before, Kirtan is call or response. We're going to use mantras that have been vibrated for thousands of years. And I'll try to explain the meaning behind the mantras. That helps to kind of make it more of a meditative experience. We're going to be doing the first one and the third one. The middle one, we'll just go over, yeah? You okay? You want the pillow?
Yeah, sorry.
No, be comfortable.
Would you like the pillow? Oh, no, I think I'm more comfortable without it.
Without
it? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so the first mantra goes as follows. You can try to follow along. You're going to find that after you chant this mantra about 3 or 4 times, you won't need the paper anymore, which is perfectly fine. But the words go as follows. Om Namo. Go ahead.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Wonderful. One more time. Let's do that together.
What language is
This is an ancient Sanskrit.
this? Say again.
Sanskrit.
Okay.
One of the ancient mother tongues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
The words seem foreign. When you go to the doctor and he or she says, I think you got this little illness, take this pill, it should help. You go for the prescription and you pop the pill and you trust that the medicinal effect will take place. Now, I don't think most of us take the opportunity to analyze the chemical composition of every pill that we take, right? So the hope here is that even though the words seem foreign, we don't know the composition or the meaning or the esoteric, that maybe the medicine has an effect on the heart space. Now that being said, this is a mantra that was given in an ancient story to a small boy who was just 5 years old. He had been scorned by his father, and his mother said, I don't know what I can do for you, but if you call out names of the divine, perhaps you can get refuge. So it's described in this ancient story that he runs to the forest where yogis were known to go. And he goes into deep meditation, silent meditation, but becomes frustrated. And along comes an otherworldly mystical sage whose name is Narada. And he manifests effulgent in front of this small boy and says, I see what you're trying to do. And if you're trying to awaken true peacefulness in the heart, here's a mantra that will help. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om is understood as one of the first primordial sounds of the universe. Namo is an honorific way of calling Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudev is one of the many unlimited names of the divine. It's described that there are as many names of the divine as there are waves in the ocean. So whether it's Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh, Krishna, Buddha, these are some understandings, but only some of what are unlimited understandings. Vasudevaya. So that's the meaning of the actual mantra, the name of the individual words. I could wax on philosophically forever, but let's just dive into the pool, yeah? Shall we try? So Tara will sing, and we're going to respond back, and just play with the sound energy and see what happens, okay? Who's comfortable with a little egg shaker? Want to give it a shot? We'll give Bonnie and... Yeah, I have 2 of them. See, I came prepared. I have tambourine, but I'm singing them.
So are we supposed to be shaking to the drumbeat? What are we doing?
I would say that early on, we'll just keep it holding our hands, but as you feel the rhythm start to pick up with the drums, I'm going to leave it to you to decide how you play that shaker. It could be on a 1 beat, it could be on a little shake. And just do your thing, as you're comfortable. Just don't throw it at my head. In that case, take it back. Okay, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's try this. First mantra, opening chant.
Let's use our voices.
Yeah, we'll fill this beautiful space.
Yes. It's 50-50 equation. It's not
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
You too.
So, try this together now.
Bhagavate
Just sit in silence.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, for first-time chanters, you're pretty good.
I know. Oh my goodness.
That was really neat. Yeah.
This brings me back to like when I was young child,
Uh-huh.
with my sister too, in church. I used to sing my heart out during the hymns.
Yeah.
I loved it. And early on, when I was in elementary school, my voice wasn't well developed. But when you sing as a community of parishioners, like it didn't matter. I just belted it out.
There you go. Yeah.
So it brings me back to those days where I just felt like, yeah, I could just sing my heart out. And no one knew that I didn't have a good voice.
And your voice is beautiful. Actually, the most powerful forms of kirtan is when you have that calling out type of energy to it.
Yeah.
And in fact, given that this is an amazing women's retreat, it's described by one of the great teachers that the highest mood that we reach for is the way the child cries for the mother. That's the mood in which we cry in the kirtan. That's how you call. And I can't speak about this from personal experience, but Tara can. That the mother, for those that are moms here, can even distinguish the types of cries for the baby, right? That which one is the attention-seeking one, which is the genuine one, which is just I have nothing better to do type of thing. So that genuine cry of a child to its mother, that's the mood behind the kirtan. So thank you for sharing with me. That's beautiful. How else does it feel? I mean, there's no wrong answers in a little reflection, but I'm curious to know what emotions or what comes to mind. What was that experience like, given that we're all doing this for the first time?
Meditative to me.
Meditative,
But meditative something, a meditation with, of course, heartfelt, but meditating and very encompassing, like gathering.
Ooh, I love it. I love it, yeah. A mood of coming together, meditating, and gathering, encompassing.
Yes, I feel that.
Yeah, that's why we kind of like circles also, because it has that kind of it's a little uncomfortable because you're oh, I can see everybody and they can see me, but there's this energy of collecting what we're doing together. It's we're all putting our little part in. So I love that, Bonnie. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Sherry. What else? Karen, do you want to say something?
Love and positive energy and positive vibes. I think there was the other retreat then on the lake. I'm pretty sure this is what we did, but we did everyone's names and they sat in a circle.
Whoa! You sang everyone's names? Is that what
We
you
said
meant?
everyone in the group
Yeah.
of women.
Yeah,
The one person would go in the middle
Yeah.
of the circle,
yeah.
and then we would sing their name like that and
That's
chant.
beautiful!
And it was really powerful though. It was powerful, and it was I can't think of a word to describe it other than really powerful.
I think we underestimate the power of sound and vibration and the sounds that we encounter in the world,
Yeah.
As you move about your day, the impact that sound has in your life. I mean, if I can speak on your behalf, Tara is a hospice nurse. She works at St. Michael's Hospital in downtown Toronto. So she's on mat leave now. But I remember you teaching me that it's described that scientifically proven that your hearing is the last sense to go.
Yes.
When you're leaving this world. And so sound has a tremendous impact, right? Yeah, did you want to share something there? I didn't mean to. I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's kind of the
Yeah,
balance. But
that's how
did
we
you want
are.
to share? Give us a small thing.
When we die,
About this experience right now.
Experience or anything about sound or anything you want to share?
Just feel really grateful to be here with all you beautiful women and sharing that experience.
Yeah, there's
The
gratitude
instrument
for
you
sure.
play is beautiful. I love the sound it emits.
Isn't it cool?
Yes.
Her
Call-
voice is angelic.
We've been married 14 years and I'm still like.
You're very strong.
You guys are cute.
Yes, you are.
Maybe we're laying on a little thick. I'm sorry.
I
I'll tone it down a bit.
Lay it on, no, lay it on.
And I think it has special calling that
The
drum,
drum.
whatever the proper name
Oh my
for it
God.
This is I call them redunga.
Redunga. Oh,
It
redunga
shares-
is needed. It's
Yeah, it shares similar ancestors to the two tabla, the two drum tabla. You might have seen in India. That's the way. Similar ancestors, but it's like a tabla fused together, and it's designed with a very low resonant and a very high treble, and that combination has a really cool versatility. It can be really soft, and then it can pick up really fast.
It's interesting.
It said it's the heart of Kirtan.
The heart of a kirtan is
Yeah.
the drum. And then it's described that it has this strap and it's put together because it's made for mobility. Because 500 years ago in northeastern India and West Bengal, they were using these drums to hit the streets, and they would chant and bring this energy to as many people as they could. So you had to move with the drum.
Right.
And the harmonium is originally European, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's originally from France.
Yes, our dad played the harmonia.
Really?
Accordion.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a very, very
Yeah.
special attachment to the
Mhm.
harmonia.
Now the harmonium originally though was a bigger, like almost the size of like a big counter, like you have to sit at like a piano. And it was the same concept. But when Tara plays, if you could just give me a drone or something here, when she's pumping with the bellows in front, you can see how the bellows are opening and closing. There's like a little flap. That's pulling air in with the pumping. And then the chambers below regulate it, and then it pushes air through the reeds on top. And that's how you get this beautiful drone sound.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So that in fact is antique-ish, right? You can just go buy one. So you have a treasure, right?
You can get them. Now they're more accessible. There's ways to get them if you'd like. We can hook you up. I don't want to give anyone. Anyone else want to share how that felt? You don't feel compelled to share, but how that first chant felt. Last final call. Any chance to share? Yeah.
Calming.
Calming. Stephanie, right? I'm glad to hear. Yeah, calming. Okay, let's do one more chant and then we'll wind it up. Is that okay? Karen, do you have something you want to share?
No, my face just always looks like I want to share.
No, it's okay. I got one of those faces. That's funny. Okay, great. Typically in kirtans, we would have a kirtan session that goes about 2.5, sometimes 3 hours at a yoga studio. And it'll be like in the evening, it could be the afternoon, and we have, candles and cushions, and, most kirtans we're at will have like sometimes 30, 40, 50 people chanting together. So you can imagine the energy that's created. We've had the opportunity, being born and raised, practicing bhakti yoga, where we've had a chance to sit in kirtans with thousands of people.
Wow.
We've been to kirtans where there's like a 12-hour non-stop kirtan.
Wow.
And you can imagine how that energy just keeps building and building and building, and chanters just like step in one after the other leading, and every melody is different and every rhythm is different, and there's 6 mridanga drums all playing in resonance in a huge hall. It's
Is it layered? Like it just more just layers and layers and
Yeah,
layers and
yeah.
different sounds and
That's
different
right, that's
sounds.
right.
Yeah,
And-
that's so
And there's different
awesome.
instruments that can join
That's
kirtan
right.
as well.
There's bass
Violin,
guitar,
bass
acoustic, and
guitar.
violin, and people bring shakers from home, and it's just like a free-for-all,
Nice.
And it's not meant to be actually performative. That's why we tried to make a circle, because it's not really us performing, and it's actually meant to be like very egalitarian.
Participatory.
We're all together tapping into sound together. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Okay, so I mentioned that how kirtans are longer. Tamara was here. Yeah?
That's very much.
Or maybe I'm gonna ask Karen to hold Tamara. You had to be. Don't play it the whole time, but whenever you're comfortable.
Okay.
During the slow parts, you can just like hit it like this.
Yeah.
And then as you pick up, it could be like a.
Oh, maybe like this.
That could work too. Do what you like.
Okay.
Yeah. You can hail a cab. Guys are comfortable.
Okay.
This next chant we're skipping the middle one is the Hare Krishna mantra. We always finish our chants this way because it is a timeless mantra, popularized decades ago and has a lot of association to it. We grew up in Krishna communities, but this mantra is actually ancient and timeless. It goes back to some of the most oldest known texts, specifically the Kali Santara Upanishad, which is an ancient Sanskrit. It's a mother tongue from the East. An ancient language that was composed in this Kali Santara Upanishad. Volumes and volumes of texts. This mantra is described there as the Maha Mantra. In ancient times, yogis would sit by the fire, they create a fire, and they would offer grains, different grains to the fire, and recite mantras. And it was described that yogis at that time were so powerful that they could invoke almost like environmental reactions with their mantra. They could invoke a sense of coolness or rain or warmth just to the power of their mantras, because they would vibrate the mantra at the right resonance, the right frequency. But if you made one little mistake in the pronunciation of a mantra, it could have that opposite effect and bring negative. So our guru told us one time that when yogis would sit by the fire offering these mantras, creating this powerful vibration, there would be one yogi whose job is just to sit and listen. He's not saying a word. And why? It's because if he hears one mantra pronounced incorrectly, he sends another mantra to counteract the negative effect that was created. That's how sound was played with in ancient times. More holistically speaking, this is a nice thought. The same idea still happens today. You can go to India and sit by the banks of the Ganga, one of the most ancient spiritual rivers. And yogis will sit by the river and will do this. They'll chant mantras, kirtan. And why do they do it? Yes, it's for the personal upliftment of our hearts, but it's described that when you chant, you're creating concentric waves of positive energy that's going out. So here we are in Lewiston. Who would have thought in Lewiston, New York State, that we're now become like links in that chain that go back to ancient times. So while we're chanting these mantras, you're uplifting your own heart. But make no mistake, the ants, the leaves, the trees, that energy all around us is being uplifted by the chanting. So this Maha Mantra is given as an all-encompassing mantra. It says that it embraces like an umbrella all mantras within it. You get the benefit of all mantras within this Maha Mantra. The words go as follows. You can repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Half of this 16-word mantra is the word Hare. Hare calls upon the divine feminine energy. Or, in its vocative form, is Hara, or Shri Radha. In the ancient descriptions or pictures, you'll see pictures of Krishna and Radha, the male and female energies. So half this mantra comprises of the feminine energy, Hare. And why? It's because it is only through this divine feminine agency that we can access anything spiritually potent. You need that kindness, that grace, that mercy. And you can see, very fittingly for your retreat today, how that manifests in the feminine energy in the world. I see it every day with the nurturing feminine energy that I see from my wife and the kids. Hare addresses or calls upon that divine feminine. Krishna is the name of the divine that means the most beautiful, the all attractive. Described in ancient texts and in depictions, you see Krishna with the color of a bluish tone, the complexion is a bluish tone.
Golden Palace, West Virginia. We
There
went
you go.
Krishna. Me,
That's
my
right.
sister and I.
That's right, we've been there.
You have.
We've been there in the Golden Palace. Krishna is described in the ancient texts as having the complexion of a monsoon cloud that's about to erupt with thunderous rain. bluish grayish. Whenever he stands, it's in a three bending form, curved, with beautiful jewels and yellow silks and shark-shaped earrings, the most beautiful. It is fitting of the divine, and however we acknowledge the divine, as all the multitude of names we mentioned earlier, Krishna means the most beautiful. Rama means the source of all pleasure. I say this often in our kirtans. You could argue that 8 billion of us on this planet are just running around looking for pleasure, trying to find something that gives us pleasure. And we think the latest iPhone will give us pleasure. We think the newest car, the promotion at work will give us pleasure. And there's a lot of people out there selling pleasure to us, yes? And it says, actually, Rama, the source of all pleasure, is there in the divine. And again, that presence of the divine in the heart is there. Remember the two birds in the tree. Rama, Krishna, Hare. When you say this mantra in these 3 words in this 16-word mantra, which we can say together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Say it again this time, but now picture your heart overflowing. That if I put a black ink drop in your heart, it can't even stay in there because the water from your heart is overflowing with love and joy and happiness and peace of the divine. Together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. O divine feminine energy, Hare, the most beautiful Krishna. O Ram, the source of all pleasure. The meaning of this mantra, please engage me. I'm a little spark in this world. Please engage me in some service. Help me bring the mood of humility into my heart. Allow me to have the mood that, you know what, I'm not the center of the universe. I come and I go. And I'm here just to be an agent of good, of positivity, to help hopefully spiritually uplift the world. Wouldn't it be nice if you all walked away 10% more humble today? Or can you imagine if all of Lewiston or Warsaw or St. Catharines or all of West Virginia, if for like you snapped your fingers and everyone became 5% more humble? You'd feel that. Buffalo would feel it. I'd feel it driving home on the highway to Toronto with all the road rage out there. So this mantra is actually a call for divine service, the mood of love, the mood of humility. And we channel it towards these divine names. That's the meaning behind this mantra. And we can sing it, which we're about to do, but you can also take this mantra home in your pocket. There's no cost to it. And you just you recite it whenever you need that little perk up. If you are battling traffic, if you're having a hard day, if you're going through some emotional upheaval, take a little moment, say to yourself, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We try to do this, we're not very good at this because we're parents. We try to use beads and set aside a certain amount of time per day just to meditate on this mantra and use beads engaging touch. So if you can't go that far having meditation beads, try doing this in the morning before you start your day. And you might be surprised that you have like a little protection in the world, the onslaught of the world, as you chant this mantra or vibrate this mantra. But for now, we sing it joyfully. Susukam Kartamavya in Sanskrit. Joyfully perform this mantra. So we'll sing it slow, and as the beat picks up, you can sway, you can tap your feet. I want to encourage you to clap your hands. As Wendy said, if you want to get up and explore your space, that would you get bonus points. You get a gold star on your forehead. So some people find it nice to just stand up during the kirtan, especially when the energy picks up, and just kind of like move back and forth. But as you're comfortable. For now, we'll start a little meditative. So Tara will sing and we'll respond.
Krishna
meaning behind the mantra, a call for humility, for service. Take a deep breath. Together. Go into our heart space. So let's close our eyes again. Take a moment and reflect on that little lotus flower in that pond. Is it still the same? Through mantras and music, and this meditative experience, have you been able to coax that lotus flower to open even just a little bit? Or perhaps it's fully blooming in this safe, sacred space. Our goal was to experiment with music, new mantras, and sound vibration, sacred sound, to try to tap into that presence of knowledge and truth and bliss, Satchit Ananda in the heart, our true self, Atma. Called upon divine names, Vasudevaya, Bhagavate, Hare, Krishna, Rama. These names are described as being non-different in the personas they represent. And it's even said that when we're vibrating these mantras, it's like Krishna's dancing on the tongue, dancing in the heart. So this little taste of kirtan that we got, the hope is that this space that you found in that dense forest, in that calm lake, where that lotus flower resides, the hope is that this is a place you can travel to more often. That it's a safe space where you can be with yourself. And yes, perhaps even take witness of the divine. Those two birds on that tree. Atma and Paramatma. It's comforting to know that as we navigate this world, all that we seek is like right there in the heart. It's just an untapped energy source. And so yogis try everything they can do through their practice to just tap into that power. And the hope is that this journey today allowed you to open your little lotus flower in the heart. We'll just recite this mantra together one last time. And this is your last chance to really make it count. If you've been holding back up till now, or had some reservations, or if your mind was telling you, come on, we could be anywhere else on a Saturday evening, why are we here right now, chanting mantras? This is your chance to fully let go and really imbibe the mood of this mantra, which is the attitude of gratitude, service, and humility, to bring that mood. So we'll do it together on the count of 3.